season 3, episode 15, Rest E Kinsey. And I got 1/3 of the new poppin' hit podcast, Whole 99, with
Yes,
my
sir.
main man, Carlton G.
What's good?
What's
What's
goody?
good?
How you been?
I'm good, man. Feeling great. Can't complain. I'm mellowed out right now too. So if you feel like I'm vibed out, I'm just doing things that are legal nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That is
But that would definitely get better in due time.
yeah. But yeah. How's everything with you though, Kimi? It's been a while.
I'm great. Can't complain at all. Just living life and letting life just take me where it needs to,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
2021.
So how's the holiday?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. He's
No,
about
go
to
ahead.
actually say. Now I was gonna say 2020 was treating you good. You had good holidays and everything.
Most definitely. The holidays, I'm not really a holiday person, but I definitely enjoy Christmas.
Okay, what
I
you
can
do?
say that.
If you don't mind
I went
sharing.
over. I went over to my friend's house, ate good,
Okay.
got wasted, and yeah.
That's always a good thing. Yeah. One thing when you get older, like it's not about the gifts anymore. It's just about the quality time. So definitely was able to feast myself. I was at my mom's house and I went to my grandma's house this weekend. I got to see some family, got to eat some good food.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Being around the people that you love, whether it's family, friends, whatever that looks like
Exactly.
is crucial, especially in these day and ages that we're living in now.
Mhm. What's crazy though? Because I remember you was telling me about that. You say you're not, like family time is not really a thing, and you got a lot of friends that you're close to, and it's like for me, it's like the opposite. One thing I had to learn throughout my time was, and it's different for everybody, but like you said, it depends on who it is, and I'm a nice person. I give a lot, so that energy doesn't always get reciprocated. You just gotta remember the people who believe in you, people who support you, whether it be your friends or your family, And there's only a select few family, not like all my family, you know what I'm saying? I got my clique, my circle, and I got a couple friends that I could rely on, open up to, but gotta learn how to keep it tight. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because although family are great, it's just people in general and people's just ideas and how they was raised and the type of people that they are that comes through and shows you what it really is. Unfortunately.
Yeah. You learn a lot. You learn a lot from the people closest to you, And then again, it's like one of those things when you get older, like you become more selective. So like, you just learn things from different people, and you just learn what to accept, what you was good for you, what's not good for you, who to keep around, who not to keep around, and everybody, whether it's good or bad, they teach you a life lesson.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Keyword.
Boundaries. Yeah.
That's about to be the keyword of 2022.
I hear that.
Well, let's get into our first topic.
Yes,
The
sir.
whole versus battle. And, of course, you heard about Jay making his lovely statement of no one can see him on that stage. Do you feel like that's true? Can anyone really see Jay-Z?
Can anyone really see Jay-Z? I really believe it'll be. I don't think anyone could truly beat Jay-Z in a versus battle, but I think we all have those matchups that we want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, just from historical standpoint, Jay-Z is up there. Like when it comes to his original music, it's not like he used other people's words. It's his, he got original music out with original lyrics, and it's different. One thing I say is different elements when it comes to verses, because it's not all about the hit records. It's how you perform it. There was, when it was first started, you know, everybody, it was like IG Live, everybody was in their camp, but like they started doing a lot of performances where like people are actually performing. Like if you watch like the Jeezy and Gucci one, like those hits that Gucci was playing, they weren't his, they were like street hits, but like if the performance and the energy was there for him to compete. Jeezy was playing all his hits, but Gucci was playing songs that gave him the energy.
Right.
But I believe Jay-Z got it all. He got the energy. He used to perform. We haven't seen him perform. You know, we see him in suits all the time now. He looking real like calm and everything. But like people forget, like this dude can spit. Like if you put him in a performance where he's like basically playing his sport, he could get cocky. Man, he's gonna embarrass anybody who steps next to him. That's how I see it. I mean, you know, but what do you think though?
I definitely agree with exactly what you said. Especially like rap is a sport, and a lot of people forget that. A lot of people forget about the egos and how braggadocious and how cocky it's supposed to be. And with him, he really got better over time. He's always been a dope rapper. He's always been a dope lyricist. Metaphors, bars, all of that.
Exactly.
But I feel like as he got older, as he built his family, he just grew up.
Yeah.
His bars have been even more complex, even more like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that he fucking said that.
Exactly. Because he just like words, it's like poems, it's like poetic now. He can just give us a message, and it's not like necessarily to be the number one hit record more than it is just to be music that, you know, that relates to his life at this moment. But like you said, if you actually listen to the words, like he's saying some powerful stuff, some meaningful things, and you're just like, whoa, this dude is still there. He still got it. He's just doing it differently.
And he's so cocky, he'll still read you for filth, but you won't look at it like that, or you won't understand every bar. That's why he just disrespecting you.
Exactly. That's why he said no one. That's why, and that was him showing his cockiness when he went on the Twitter Spaces and was like, "Ain't nobody stopping me." Like he said, no one's touched me on that stage, and there was a lot of people they was trying to bring up, and I mean, people forget that there's certain classes like you can't just have anybody go against Jay, bro. Like it got to be the top tier.
But there are a few that I won't necessarily can sit there, but I can see it, but then they'll still probably lose, kind of thing.
Who do you think?
For me, like the only person I feel like would, and it would be like a great matchup, would be Nas. I would have to.
That's one of the people on that list for me too. I think Nas is yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, you go ahead. It's your thought. You go.
I feel like Nas may not have been the most popular, but lyrically, he's so fucking slept on. And it's sad that he's so slept on. Especially as a rapper, especially from being from New York, from his whole standpoint. 2 different careers, by far, but they both bring the energy, they both bring the lyrics, they both bring the storytelling, they both bring everything. I think that would just be a dope versus, whether just the winner or loser. I feel like that's the only person that can potentially fit on that stage.
I definitely see Nas, and you know, I have a few people honestly that I would think could stand on the stage with him, but Nas just makes the most sense because of like the historical beef and competition they had against each other. Like they started around the same time, they came up around the same time, and they both still in the game. You know, we talk about longevity, and these are 2 gentlemen who are showing it, and the fact that Nas is getting even stronger now than he was before. Like he's getting a lot more love now. His music is a lot more I won't even say mainstream, but it reaches a larger crowd now than it did before. Like Nas was known as a lyricist. He was always known as a lyricist. His music was borderline conscious music, but it didn't get the love that Jay-Z. Jay-Z obviously had all the hits. He was like the Drake of his time. He had all the hits that was out, and it kind of like overshadowed all of Nas's accomplishments. But you can see where Nas is at now, and again, they had a historical beef. They had diss records against each other. So being able to actually put both of their careers and their top songs against each other and put them on stage, I think that would be probably the best matchup for Jay. But again, you know, the favoritism is probably gonna go in Jay's favor. Period. I have a few. You know, not a lot of people. Actually, I kind of talked about this with like some of my people in you know, I was like, what happened to Eminem? But I don't think he's respected enough in the hip hop community. You know?
You don't think so?
I mean, just from what people, you know, just having conversations, he like if you go on to the hip hop list and this and that, they usually exclude him. They don't include him. His music doesn't necessarily reach everybody that's a part of the hip hop culture. Even though, you know, I respect his music. I'm a fan of his too. But you know, I feel like it would be great because it was like a best of both worlds thing. And I remember that song Renegade back in the day that they had together, and that was just like a thing where it was like, oh, is he better? Is Eminem better than Jay? So I'm like, put their hits together and see what happens, you know. But they're gonna have two different crowds. It's gonna be two different crowds, in the stands. And then probably my last one, I don't want to even say Drake or Kanye because they have their own legacy. But there's actually two more. Lil Wayne is another one who had a beef with him, and at one point was competing against him when Wayne was in his prime. But Jay was kind of like, he was slowing down at the same time. So that comparison at that time wasn't always like, I didn't think it should have happened. But they did compete and they had their little win blow for blow. But then the one unique one that I don't think anyone talk about is Dr. Dre. And just I think they just mean the same thing. They have like the same status as far as what they mean to the culture. Dr. Dre is obviously more West Side, so he don't get that same love over on this side. But the artists that he's worked with, the music that he's made, and his catalog is ridiculous. And I think if you put both of them head to head, you know, it would be closer than most people would think. That's my take on that.
I definitely understood the Wayne. I'm surprised that he's not really as respected, because for me, he's like definitely one of the best lyricists that we ever seen.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Dre, that's an interesting curveball in a good way.
Nah, it is. I just thought about it recently. Honestly, I was hearing some of his music and I, you know, when you think about it, he's not that active in today's music at all. Like, he's kind of behind the scenes and stuff, but like, he has a lot of music. And you gotta also think like some of the verses that they don't necessarily play the songs that they're on. They could play a song that they might have created or helped create too, or he might have spit a verse for somebody and gave it to somebody as a track. And you'd be surprised what Dr. Dre got in his bag. He's a legend in his own right. Even though we still waiting on music for him.
So when was the last time he actually put out an album or anything?
I mean, it was a compilation album. It was like a soundtrack for Straight Outta Compton. But before that, it was like maybe like 2001 Chronic, 2001, whatever it was. It was a long time ago. It's a way long time ago, but he always pops up every now and then. Got a lot of demo songs and stuff that we haven't even heard yet, but he's credited for a lot of things like moving forward. Yeah, I think the last one was a Chronic 2001. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So on the vocal side, who do you think? Well, did you hear what Mariah Carey said when L.A. Reid kind of threw out there that she should do a versus with Beyonce?
Mariah Carey should do a versus with Beyonce?
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I did hear about that, yeah.
That's what L.A. Reid threw out there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like there's two different styles, but I think it'll be a nice matchup. What do you think?
I wouldn't want to see that.
You
Like,
wouldn't?
I know that they're, yeah, nah.
Okay.
Like, I know that they're cool, but it's too different.
Okay.
And I feel like automatically, as much as Beyonce is affected, she wouldn't win.
Wow. That's a big one.
And only I would say all Mariah Carey really has to sing is Hero and This Christmas.
Yo, no. You ain't lying. Yeah, she got them songs. She got the novelties. You right. She definitely got novelty songs. Wow. I agree with you on the fact that they are two different. Like they have two different purposes in the world, and Mariah Carey's music is way different than Beyonce's. I feel like Mariah Carey might have, say, like, the quality of her songs might be better. Like you said, Hero. And like you said, the Christmas song, like we just realized like she make $1 million a year off that track, and she ain't, that's been a long time. But I feel like Beyonce has more hits. Like, say if you want to make, because she makes a lot of music. I don't think Mariah Carey makes as much music, or it's like she might come out every few years, but it's like high quality music. Every song is like with quality to it. When it comes to Beyonce, she makes movies like the music is a whole catalog. It's like it's something that you listen to in full, right? Like most of the time I'm hearing people when they listen to a Beyonce album, it's like a full body experience, like from top to bottom. It's like that's what she does, So it'd be hard to like point out one track that would be like better than any Mariah Carey track, but like the whole her body of music might be
better.
Yeah. But like you said, it's still different at the same time. You know who I would think was a better matchup though for Mariah Carey? And it's still not the same. It's like someone like Alicia Keys. Like, cause it's the voice, it's the vocals. That's what we know. Not saying Beyonce don't have that. She has a heavenly voice, right? But she makes hit records. Like, we know Mariah Carey for her beautiful voice. We know Alicia Keys for her voice and her piano playing. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be more of a comparison. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Tell me.
I don't think we ever put Alicia Keys' voice in a high regard. Not saying that she can't sing, because she can.
Okay.
But it was more of the artistic, the musicality that she has. That she's able to play piano, that she's able to sing, that she still has a good voice, but she's not necessarily a vocalist. Mariah Carey's always been a vocalist, and she's always, well, not always, because there are times that her voice was not where it needed to be.
That's true. I remember that.
And Beyonce never failed in vocals. It's just gotten better and richer as time went on.
And the quality of her music keeps on getting better.
They're two artists. So I would say, for some reason, I wouldn't mind her and Toni Braxton.
Who and Toni?
Mariah
and Toni Braxton.
Two different things, but they both are timeless artists. They both are around the same era in a way, and they both make around the same kind of music.
Okay, I see that.
It would still be different, but it would be. I was still around the same age range, around the same, I guess, people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then we gotta also just think like there's certain artists that you can't match up with someone else. It'll never be like a perfect matchup. Like you said, Mariah Carey, like everybody who you put next to her is gonna be, it don't really match up, but they might have an element that could compete with her, but you're not gonna match up. You can't match up. Like who's gonna match up with Rihanna? Who's gonna match up? You know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna match up with someone like her? Like if she do a versus, like there's certain artists, it's hard to like find that specific matchup with.
Yeah. So, since we was on, I guess, vocals and in reference to Beyonce,
Yeah.
who who have you heard of the whole conversation about who can sing better between her and Adele?
And Adele,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that one. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So it's kind of been around for probably a little while now, but they've at least for years they've always been discrediting Beyonce's voice because I was putting her in the entertainer category
Okay.
or the performing category instead of the vocalist category. But then a lot of artists have constantly been coming out saying like she's one of the standards of vocals, like her techniques, her everything is just out of this world. But recently, since Adele came back out with her album 30, and when she did her one night show, I forgot where it was, and then she did another concert type show,
Yeah.
and her voice has definitely gotten better over the years. And vocally, her album is amazing.
Okay.
But now they're saying that Adele sings better than her, than Beyonce.
Adele sings better than Beyonce. I mean, I don't. I think I think Adele has a beautiful voice, you know, and there's certain artists that just have a distinct voice. And I think she's one of those artists. Honestly, it's hard. I wouldn't. You can't even compare the two. I don't know who's a better singer. I hear Adele's a little bit of Adele's music. I don't really listen to her. You know, I love Beyonce, but I think again Beyonce, she has range too, but not everybody knows her for like her pure vocals. You know, I don't. You know, again, she makes hit records. She might be in a song where you could hear her emotion more than just hear how high her voice could go or how long it could hit a note. You know, it's like she wants you to feel the rage. She wants you to feel that. So, no, I'm trying to think of a song that that gives you pure vocals from Beyonce, but Adele, I think what people are seeing, like, she has this classical voice, you know, she has something, she makes classical music, and again, these are two different type of music that they create, and so it's hard to compare the two. You know, it's funny, my girl be saying this all the time, and I'm starting to understand it. They be like, why can't two people stand high? Why you always gotta put one above someone else? You know, because they're two different artists with two different unique skill sets, two different voices, two different music styles. So who cares if one person thinks Adele's vocals is better? I don't know. I mean, what do you think about it though? Because I'm a little lost of words for that one. I don't know how they got that comparison.
Of course, the Beehive is about to jump out of me.
Go ahead, let it out, enlighten me. You know what I'm saying? Enlighten me, enlighten the audience.
Beyonce, I feel like people get confused when they talk about vocalists and when they talk about singers and singers, like with the ER and the AR.
Oh wow.
And I feel like they just assume like because you have a powerful voice, you are a better singer. And although like we have the Jasmine Sullivan, whose voice is out of this world.
Yeah, Jasmine
one of the best
vocalists.
Voice. Completely. Then you have the Jennifer Hudsons, you have the Kiki Wyatts, then you have the Fantasias.
Yeah.
And they are in a class of their own, right? They are powerhouse singers, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Think of, we have Love on Top, we have Scared or Lonely, we have Spirit, we have.
What about do you know what?
Be Alive.
Yeah, you know what?
Be Alive.
Yeah, there's another. You know what song from Beyonce that it came from? Love on Top is a good one, but there was one song that I remember. It was her first album. I think it was called Dangerously in Love. That shit. Mm-hmm. That was the first song I heard that was like, holy shit, she got, she could really fucking sing. Yeah, that song was beautiful. I love that song actually. But she got another one. This, I think, it's like Listen, right?
Yep, Listen.
That one she hits really hard too.
Smash Into You. There's countless ballads. Halo.
Yeah. Halo. Yeah. You right.
There's
About
classic
that.
ballads. And for her, she's very technical, and her runs is crazy. Her vocals are crazy. Her vocals is always on. So she might not have a powerhouse, which she can if she wanted to, but
That's true.
she's not gonna strain her voice. But I would say, name whatever Beyonce song that you want to that they can do of hers. Like, name a Adele song that Beyonce can't sing, but name a Beyonce song that Adele can sing.
See, I didn't even thought about it that way. You're right about that. Beyonce has a lot more range than her. Adele's kind of like, I wouldn't say typecast, but she got a specific style, and she can't really move out of it. Beyonce could. She gives you different type of styles. Yeah, you're right. There you go. And what do you think? And then it kind of goes back to Mariah Carey too. You think the same? Like as far as like, can y'all match styles? Like, can Beyonce do a Mariah Carey song, and can Mariah Carey do a Beyonce song?
I feel like Beyonce can definitely do a Mariah Carey song.
Okay.
Give the same emotion, give the same riffs and runs. Of course, it may not be as high as Mariah Carey can go, because Mariah Carey has those octaves, which the only person, in my opinion, that can really reach those octaves, and it's the whistle tone, is Ariana Grande.
I was thinking that too, but Ariana Grande is too early in her career to be going against Mariah.
Yeah,
she got a lot more to give.
Catalog.
Yeah, she don't have the catalog yet.
She don't have a classic song yet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's getting there. She's getting a lot better. I think her music is getting a lot better as far as like mixing styles up, pop and R&B. She getting there.
By far, she's definitely a gem, and she'll definitely be here for a while.
Yeah.
But it's about classics, and a lot of artists aren't making classic music.
That's true.
And that's kind of the problem, where it's like, okay, the song is cute, but is it gonna last 5 years, 10 years from now?
That is true. That is true. Not a lot of artists has that kind of music. You're right. I was talking about that with my girl too. Like, I was looking at the Alicia Keys Drink Champs interview, right? Mm-hmm. And they was talking about how she was able to last so long, and how she could still come out with music that was, that was high quality. And you have different type of artists. You have artists who are mainstream, and they'll give you a songwriter, they'll give you a producer, they give you whatever you need to create a hit song. And then you have someone like Alicia Keys, who is a songwriter, who can, create her own beats, not beats, but like, she plays instruments, so she could just do it herself. Like, she could do it organically. She don't have to go out and get these like elements from this technology. She just give her a piano and give her a microphone, and she'll create a beautiful song that could last forever. Not everybody could do that. Beyonce could do it. She could do both. Honestly, we saw Beyonce do mainstream, but now she's making art. She's making full body. It's not even, I didn't even call it an album. It's like a video. Like, she'll make a whole video album, like a whole movie. Was it Black is King? I seen that. Yo, that was beautiful, man. Some parts gave me goosebumps watching that shit, and you learn a lot from it. And it's just like it's a whole theme, and a vision that she's creating. But not everybody could do that
at all. And Black is King was so slept on. Like, it didn't get enough praise as it was supposed to.
Yeah, I agree, and it's probably because the video was only exclusive on Disney Plus. If she had it like where everybody could see it, I think it caught on to a lot more people. But I think it was a message for kids, so it's good that it was there.
So let's get into. So, in your opinion, let's switch over genres. Go back to rap a little bit.
Yeah.
Who do you feel like is the queen of rap, and why?
The king of rap?
You
said the king or queen of rap? I didn't
why not?
You said
let's do both.
If you said queen, I'll start with queen, right? And you did write that down, right? Okay. Are you talking about right now, or are you talking about all time? Because
that's a good question.
I think I would have two different answers, honestly.
Okay. So let's do both.
Okay. Right now. Right now. Damn, it's still hard to say right now. I'm gonna put Meg Thee Stallion up on top, but I feel like Cardi B is is right there, and I'll tell you why. Cardi B, she has like those hits, like those classic hits, right? But she don't put out a lot of music. That's my thing about her. Like she knows how to write a single and make it last a year. Put out 2 singles and she can make it last. Like she's known for her commercials. She's known for her personality. So she'll be a host for something and stay relevant. I feel like Meg Thee Stallion, she just has like music. She just comes out with music and she's everywhere, like in performances. She's not as like mainstream as Cardi B would be, you would say, but like everyone messes with her music. And when she spit bars, and especially like you put her next to a dude and she spit bars, I'll be like, her shit is popping, her shit is like blasting right now. And she talk crazy, so I'll be like, oh shit, she could do both. She dope. So I'll give it to Meg. I can give it to Meg Thee Stallion. I'm just concerned about this case because all this information coming out, we don't know what's going on. We don't know the truth anymore. We don't know what the hell going on. So, but I think all the time though, I'm gonna keep it at Lil' Kim. If I did all the time, I'll just keep it at Lil' Kim. All the music she made and just her influence. If you see Nicki Minaj, I don't want to disrespect Nicki Minaj because she's in a conversation. But and if it was like a few years ago, I probably would have said Nicki Minaj. But she kind of gave Nicki Minaj and Cardi B some influence, and if you see, you would say, I think in generally speaking, most people will, if they talk about the queens and the top of rap or female artists, it's like a timeline from Lil' Kim to Nicki to Cardi. And I feel like if you look at Cardi and you see Nicki, you're gonna see Lil' Kim in both of them. And you gotta remember what Lil' Kim meant to the culture. People forget, they look at people after their career's done and forget about what they done. But there would be no Nicki if it wasn't. She was doing the same poses that Lil' Kim was doing. She was taking the whole style of being sexual and everything. And Nicki took that and rolled with it. Cardi, she took that and rolled with it, but she put her own spin to it. She got a lot of flavor with it. And but I just feel like Meg Thee Stallion, she's just a whole nother beast. It's like a different. She's like, you got those mainstream artists, but she's just that industry. She's in the industry. Like she gonna be there for a long time. That's how I feel about it. What you think though? yeah, I feel like he be intaking on my. I'm like, oh shit.
For all time, but then I can't give the title to anyone right now.
Okay.
If we're saying that Nicki is not the queen of rap right now, if that's what we're saying, then I can't give that title out. I can give a runner-up. I can give a potential person.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's your. You can have a different set of opinion. Only because I say she's not there don't mean that she. You might not think the same. I might get jumped from a Barbie. I don't fucking know. But I don't disrespect her career because she was running the game like Drake was, like no holds barred. Like she was definitely running the game. I don't want to take that away from her. I just feel like her career, at least for me, I just feel like her career when she first came out with her music, well, her albums, it wasn't catered towards the right crowd. I think she was making a lot of mainstream music instead of staying to herself. She makes great music still, but I feel like she's more organic. But it was like after a time, and then it was a time when Cardi B starting to come up, and you got Meg Thee Stallion as well. And Nicki is not as active. That's why I didn't think about her right now, because she's not as active, you know? I'm not going to put Jay-Z at the top because he, you know, when's the last time he really, if I put all, you know what I'm saying? When's the last time he's been up there? So that's how I saw about Nicki, because she kind of slowed down. She's starting a family. She's not really making music. But if she was still active, I'm sure she would, you know. But then again, like my girl was saying, they need to give more spotlight and highlight to women artists, because it shouldn't just be one artist that get all the spotlight, or they have to share the spotlight. They should be able to have a strong spotlight, both of them or all of them. Because it's like as soon as Cardi came out, they kind of like shitted on Nicki Minaj's career. Just like shit came out with one album, one single, and all of a sudden you forget about who Nicki was. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair to them.
All time would definitely be Nicki.
Okay.
Although I definitely have plenty of respect for Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Nicki took that bar that Kim put, which was a high bar, and destroyed it.
Well, Nicki, I think Nicki got more lyrics than Kim. I think Kim, if I'm not mistaken, like Biggie wrote some of her words. I know Nicki, she writes her own stuff. She's like an actual lyricist too. So Nicki definitely got that over. You're right about that though. She definitely took it to the next level.
And she knew what she needed to do. And she was hungry, she was cocky, she knew what a rapper was. And I like how she's saying true to herself, like she needed to do pop in order for her to be the biggest female rapper ever.
That's true.
To open the doors for everyone.
That's true.
She merged the two because she's just not hip hop. Like she came from an art school. Like she wanted to be an actor,
Music and art. You know something crazy about that? My mother went to the same school when she was High School Music and Art. You're talking about LaGuardia, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be called High School Music and Art. My mom went to that school. She was in the same class as Slick Rick, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's cool with them. I remember going to her high school reunion. Slick Rick popped up with Dana Dane, and she's chilling. Like my older sister is like his goddaughter and shit, you know. It's a lot of respect from that. So when I heard that, every time I hear about that school, I'm like, word. The school definitely has artists.
But if I wanted to give to someone right now, I like Meg, but I'm not sold on her.
Say it again?
I said I like Meg, but I'm not sold on her. I feel like she's a one-trick pony at this point.
Ooh. Please elaborate.
And it's sad that because all you do is cater to stripping music, but we already have that. We need something new. Like your freestyles are the best part of you, in my opinion.
That's
you
true.
You can spit. We know you can spit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But when it comes to your music,
like her actual singles and
it's
stuff.
It's not it. That album, Good News, was not it.
You right. I was, I was a little underwhelmed with the album. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it wasn't like, oh shit. Like it wasn't like you can't pick out a song that really stood out. You're right about that.
It was one of the worst female rap albums ever. Like,
yeah.
And it wasn't it. Like Cardi B killed it.
Yeah, Cardi B's smart though. She's not rushing her music. She's like, you know,
Cardi's scared.
You think Cardi's scared?
Mhm.
And
Nicki's scared. They're both scared.
Nicki to what? Put out some music right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Nicki is scared because of the hate train, because of the climate of music right now. Like she came back where you still had to buy music, even though it was like towards the end of that. She came back where you had to actually buy music before streaming. She fought for streaming, like she fought for a lot of stuff in the industry. Throughout the last few years, she doesn't know where to be placed because you try to throw out, but then y'all can say the same thing about what happened to Kim. It's a recycling door kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like she's trying to just trying to find a spot for herself where they care just about the bar, they care about the music, they care about this, but now you have these rappers who are really performing out here, and she's not used to that. Like that's not what she does.
That's true.
She's just a rapper. Like she just wants to rap.
That's true.
And right now, you have to do more than rap. You have to have this type of beat. You have to have this type of this. You have to have people write for you, or whatever that looks like for a lot of these rappers who are out now who are popping. But they're still like they might get a great amount of money because of who fought for streams and because of who opened doors for this, that, and the third for y'all to be able to do that. But they're not going to have classic hits. There's not going to be longevity in that. So Nicki's still trying to be true to herself, but not trying to lose herself. In a way.
Yeah. I hear that. You're right. Okay. I get that.
Because we know she has a hit. Like who would battle her? No female is seeing her. She would have to battle a male.
You're talking about Nicki, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she would kill. I think she'll kill any female rapper right now. Yeah, I don't think Megan can stand on stage with her yet. I don't think her catalog is even there yet. I think she could spit. I think Megan could spit, but I think she had to hone her skills as an artist. But she has a lot of raw talent. Cardi B, again, it's not like she can't spit, but her bars are not as hard. I mean, if you ever heard, so before her fame, I guess what she was doing, Love and Hip Hop, she was in a strip club, whatever. She has her own music and mixtapes. It's just, it was strip club music, really. But
yeah.
But like she didn't really get popular until she was making mainstream hits, which was again something that was given to her. And like again, when you put the right artist, if you put the right producers, you put the right people in front of her to help her create the, the ghostwriters or whatever, then you obviously could create. But you're right, Nicki would have to go against a dude, because I think Nicki Minaj is too raw and nasty to like really step on stage with anybody who's not gonna come correct. I think that's where Lil Kim will come in, because again they have their little rivalry and that go to that historic competitiveness between two artists. And the hits, she got hits. I don't know if she got 20 hits though, but she got a bunch of hits. I think she could come out with some music.
Who, Kim?
Yeah, Kim. I think that's like the only female rapper. Unless you hit somebody with some old school rapper like Queen Latifah or MC Light, I don't know. Yeah, but none of them have like the amount of hits. And then again, Nicki Minaj got like those hits where she could start singing too, and then that's another thing.
Right.
So you're right. You made a good bid for Nicki. I might have overlooked that. You see, that's why I said don't. Only because I said she don't belong there don't mean that she belong there. I could be wrong. I don't listen to everybody. I just know from what I hear. But yeah, that's some good stuff. I think. But I would say this: female hip hop artists are on the rise, and there's still some. I think it was like Lotto. I've been hearing a lot of her music.
Mm-hmm.
Saweetie, I think she's just for the time, but like. I don't really listen to her music as much, but I mean, as far as popularity goes, I've been seeing a lot more female artists, but I think this is the first time where you see two big female artists in Cardi and in Meg Thee Stallion, where they're like getting spotlight at the same time, And I like that song that I'm glad that they did a song together too. Like it broke that whole like they didn't even let like a beef or like a media media started beef happen. They didn't let that happen. They like did a song showing support with each other and made one of the biggest songs of the years. So the past couple of years. So it's dope. It's dope to see.
Yeah, no comment on that one. But 2021 definitely gave us some great music.
Yes.
So let's get into, I guess, our albums of the year and why.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Up to you, no matter.
Listen, I have one album. That's gonna be album of the year for me, and it could be me being biased. It could be because he's my favorite artist of all time. But I feel like Donda is his album of the year for me. That's not number one album. There's a lot of great albums that came out this year, but Kanye West Donda, the whole road. I feel like, when's the last time we got an album that got that much hype around it, that much media, fucking spotlight, attention? He played the album 3 times before he even came out, and people anticipated it more and more every time he did it. And honestly, like, one thing I would say is that the music that been coming out these past few years, it's like an album will get some buzz for like the first couple weeks that it's out, and then people forget about it, then it's on to the next one. Donda and Kanye is, well, it's mostly, it could be also, because of the whole Lil' Kim thing and what what's going on with them, but it's still getting a lot of buzz. It's still getting a lot of like media attention. It's a lot happening with the album, and it's forever changing. I think it's 32 songs now, but yeah, it's a beautiful album. I loved it. I love it from head to toe. It has like the gospel feel to it. And I'm not saying I'm not religious or anything like that, but like, being able to have some music that's positive and just be able to listen to it and it's positive. He has a lot of it in there, and you can just jam to it from the back. I can listen to it with, me and my girl, me and my boys. I can even listen to it with my grandma, my mom. There's music for everybody to listen to, and I think a lot of those songs, like you said, is it timeless or not? I think a lot of his songs that he made will be timeless within that album. Any other albums, I would say, like Nas King Disease 2, I feel like it was better than the first one. It's way better than the first one. I'm not saying the first one was bad. The first one was great. It's just like the fact that he was able to come back and make it better.
Even better.
Like, holy shit. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he just came out with another album. It's short, but it was like a warm-up to, like, I guess, King Disease 3. And it was
he did?
Yeah. What's the name of it? It's called Magic. It came out like Christmas Day or the day before, or Christmas Eve. Yeah, Nas Magic. It's like a 9-track EP or LP, whatever you want to call it. And I think Hit Boy produced it. So I think it was just a project he wanted to put out. It's a dope ass album. So I would put that up there. And shout out to the Grammys. I think this is one of the toughest lineups for album of the year, at least rap album of the year. It's like one of the toughest lineups. So there's a lot of great music came out. Well, I'm gonna just focus on those two as my album of the year. Shout out to J. Cole. I love his album this year too. Off season, I think it's one of those albums that got some buzz, but kind of people forgot about it once everybody else started coming out with music. But those will be mine.
Those are some dope albums. Donda never fully got into, still can't. It was too much. I honestly didn't even try. It was 32 tracks, you said?
It is. It's like 2 hours long. It is. It's a journey. It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's Sunday cleaning music. That's what it.
Right.
Yeah. It's long. But I'm a fan. I'm a big ass Kanye fan. So like, I know, like, if you play 3 seconds of a song, I'm gonna know what track it is. I'm gonna start singing along, like, so I can play that shit all day.
So, like, there's been so much music.
Yeah.
That I've listened to this year.
Yeah.
And to narrow it down, it's hard, but I'll try. I would say the first album of the year, I would try to cut it down to 4. If possible. The first one definitely is Ontario. by Little Nas X.
Okay.
I felt like I felt like this was everything I needed from a black gay artist
Gotcha.
that I've been wanting. That was controversial. That made you think. That made you feel. That made you, even if you're straight, you still understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
You understood the storyline. You felt what he felt, and your relationship with whoever you were dating, kind of thing, or just the feeling of being alone from your family, or your family not liking you and wanting to kill yourself. Like all of these different dimensions that he brought us into his world. And one of the biggest rollouts I've seen in a while. Besides Donda, this was definitely one of the biggest rollouts that I've seen in years for an album. So he definitely gets my number one spot.
He did have a good rollout too, and some big performances this year. I would definitely say that. Powerful performances, definitely something that causes conversation.
By far.
Yeah.
I would say second album. Jasmine Sullivan. Texas Tales. This was just so raw, so R&B. Just made you want more.
Yeah.
And definitely made you want more after listening to it. Her vocals was everything.
I think someone just jumped into the chat. I'm sorry, Hakeem. My bad.
Oh.
I'm like, I heard a noise. That's why.
Hello.
Yeah, there we
go. Hello, sirs. Hello.
How are you?
We're good.
How you doing, Hakeem? Carlton, how you doing?
We good.
Coming straight from Tag Up Studios. No, stop.
Tag Up.
Yeah, I finally finished, wrapped up with my meetings. I apologize for my lateness.
It's all good.
Thank you for joining us, Myron. How you been?
Excuse me? I'm doing fantastic. I've just left my COVID protocols, like all these NBA players, 5 days. But yeah, just keeping busy. I'm getting busy. I'm where I want to be, working on stuff that's important.
That's amazing. That's good.
Yeah. So what you guys have been talking about? What you guys been up to?
Right now we wrapping up. We talking about the album of the year, or album of the year for us, and why.
Oh, Donda? Okay.
I definitely shouted Donda out. I gave it a big one. But yeah, let me actually I think Akeem was like, when he jumped in, Akeem was in the middle of explaining the albums. I think he was on Jasmine Sullivan, and then from there, I guess you could jump in and start sharing yours as well.
I mean, bro.
After Jasmine, the third album is hard, but I would have to. Damn, I don't know. But I would have to give it to Doja. Playing her.
I would, so I heard Doja's album. I forgot if it came out this year or last year, y'all. I fucking love Doja Cat, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I love Doja Cat music. It's like, it has a lot of R&B. It has a lot of R&B elements. I actually have a question for you about that. I think there was people were upset that she got nominated for, I think, R&B artist or album of the year in the R&B category, and Jasmine Sullivan didn't get put in the same category. Like, they basically saying like that Doja Cat took her spot. Like, she don't belong to be on that list. Do you agree?
I feel like they always categorize a lot of artists when it comes to award shows. And it's hard to, I guess, for them to separate the two, to separate like what's real rap, what's real R&B, what's soul, what's whatever. Yeah. I feel like Doja definitely plays the fence with pop, R&B, and rap like Nicki did.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I want to just see Doja rap. But this album was definitely more of an R&B feel, so that's why she was nominated for more R&B.
Doja got bars too.
But
Yeah.
she does, but I haven't seen them yet. Like I know that they're there,
Yeah.
but I didn't see them yet.
More. Okay.
Right, and I feel like there's been so many albums that came out from January when Jasmine's album came out, so now. So maybe that's why she could have been left out. Don't know why she would be. Maybe that could be why. Because you dropped at the beginning of the year.
And people forgot about it. That could be it. Ryan, do you listen to Doja at all? Do you know anything about that?
I mess with my Doja. Doja is she's a hit maker, bro. I actually like that song with The Weeknd on it. I forgot what's it called. You're right, or You're the Right One. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is.
Yeah. That song is powerful, but like that's only because I'm a giant Weeknd fan. But no, she's cool. She's really dope. I like her aesthetics, and I haven't listened to her whole album. I'm not gonna sit here and front like I did, but I do know that she's all over the place. Like there's few artists that have been dominating the year of 2021, and she's one of them.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. Whether it's I don't know, it's because her social media presence, because she's big on social media, but she's definitely like, you hear her all the time.
That's
like
true.
There was not probably 1 month where I didn't like hear her, where it was casually or me actually clicking on her song, So yeah, she's killing it, man. Like I'm really impressed, like where she come from, way back from like Chicago Moo. I didn't even know the name of that song, but she's that
the Moo thing.
Yeah, Moo. Yeah, she did that. That was her. So they're making all these like bangers. So right. Props to her. Big props.
Yeah, I love Doja Cat. She got a nice presence.
She's a weird character, man. And shout out for her to be on Dave.
I was about to say that too. She was on Dave, and cause her personality is eccentric, and it was funny to see them interact. Because I'm like, this will be a conversation between these two people. It's dope. It was cool to see. I like when you start seeing artists like show some personality. And she got a lot of it. I mean, she always show it, and it's dope.
Yeah. It's like I said, like she's awesome. She's awesome. But like Keem, she's one, like what you were saying, like her album was album of the year, or like potential, if I'm catching that right.
Yeah, I couldn't narrow it down to one album. So
okay.
For me, and narrowing down to 3 albums would be hard, but it's Montero, then it is Jasmine Sullivan's album, Hex Hotels, and then it would be Planet Her.
Okay.
Honorable mention. Oh damn! See, I fucked up. Because I had to put Adele there.
Oh yeah.
I had to.
I have yet to listen to it. I'm waiting for the proper moment. And since I got recently got dumped, so I don't want to like listen to that right now.
Oh my god, you stupid. Because I recently got dumped, so I don't listen to that. It's fucking make you cry and fucking holding yourself at
But it's not even that of an emotion. Like it is an emotional album, but there's so many layers to it. You definitely need to get into it.
It's a good one.
I love it though. First of all, once you have a voice like hers, that's it. I'm your fan. Something as unique as that. Like I'm a big fan of. That's why I like The Weeknd. Weeknd he has a clean, crisp voice. I like Florence and the Machine because her voice is just. You could pick it out from anybody. Like those people who have those like nice, like I don't want to say angelic because that sounds mad flirty for some reason. Anyway, but no, they have like just powerful voices. Like Amy Winehouse had a powerful voice. So I just once I hear like the acoustics of your sound, like I'm hooked. So anything Adele does, she's crazy. Like I'm in.
I hear that.
So let's get into the question that me and Carlton was going over a little while ago, with I guess voices. And so who do you feel like sings better, Beyonce or Adele?
Oh, Adele. That's supposed to be a question? That's a real question?
Yeah.
Oh no. Sorry, B has.
Oh shit. Let him. Let him.
2022 getting canceled.
Yo,
No
yo, that's it. Yo, Akeem was talking to me earlier about this because I wasn't sure either, but he definitely enlightened me on something. You might want to hear his take about it.
What's up? I'm all ears.
He a part of that beehive, bro. Though he gonna beat your ass.
Yo, more props to Queen Bee, but yeah, you gotta be real when you gotta be real,
You gotta be real when you gotta be real.
Yeah, man. Like there's a few above her actually, but I'm not gonna go there. We're wrapping up 2021.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna leave that there. I'm quite sure you'll hear my take on it when you replay it.
Yeah.
But what were your albums of the year?
Let me go for Scorpius. And
I already did mine. Bro.
Oh, you already did yours? Right, cool. Can I hear yours? What was it yours real quick?
I have 3. Number 1 was Donda, and then I had King Disease 2, and I had the Off Season.
Okay.
Mine, yeah.
So, honestly, I'm going to go with Donda, obviously. Not only is Kanye one of my favorite artists, but it's just that whole rollout. Like, this man knows how to make a not a movement, but like a moment. And that's what Donda is. It's such a moment. And it's crazy how people attack Donda too. I just really a couple days ago I saw a tweet where the New York Post said like, "Oh, Donda chant is like the worst track of 2021," and someone retweeted saying like, "Bro, not only was that an intro, but that was an ode to his mother." Yeah. So like, why are you even categorizing that as a song?
Yeah, come on, really, people like anyone with a, I don't know. People just try to nitpick.
And out of all the artists this year, besides Adele, probably Adele's up there too this year. He was probably the most anticipated drop. And that album delivered on so many levels. It might not be his best work. I'll be the first one to admit, as a Kanye fan, it might not be his best work.
With Donda?
But, yeah. But it's up there. It's high caliber. It's high produced. It's like so much went into it, and there's so many songs that just go so fluid, and it just shows why Kanye is Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Why he's up there, and people, you can clown him all he wants with his extracurricular activities, but at the end of the day, everyone agrees like this man is a genius when he's fucking doing music. And the album is genius, you know. Like, and it sounds like I'm blowing smoke up his ass, and I'm not, because I'm a fan and all that stuff. But it is what it is, bro. That's the only way I can explain it. And like, I listen to Off the Grid probably almost every day.
That's my hype song, yo.
When I heard it at the first listening party, I broke my neck. I was working on my computer and I had it on the TV, and it broke my neck. I'm like, yo, what is this heat? Like, it was like, I didn't like. It's crazy how this man, started sampling R&Bs 20 years ago, and that's what he was known for, sampling old R&B songs. So then he goes like, nah, trap it, Brooklyn trap, there's all this stuff is in this, what's it called? I'm showing my age. What's that called? The drill rap. Drill is in right now. So let me get arguably one of the most highly thinking drill artists and put him on it and make a drill beat for him. And not only is he made a drill song for the moment, but he elevated Fabio Foreign. Yeah, he was getting high praise already, right? He's one of the he's in the forefront of the drill music, right? The drill scene. Yeah. But you got a song with Kanye. Everyone's not gonna deny that, and he showed up.
Myron, I think we might have lost you. Can you hear him?
No, I don't hear him.
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah, I just came back.
Okay.
I just came back. My fault. Some call happened. But yeah, so he honestly like
said
it's
he
crazy
showed
how
up.
he showed up 5 before show. But that's the thing about this album. Yeah, you might critique that he has a whole bunch of features on it, but like he gave a platform to all these artists. Like people, like let's be honest, the whole world listens to Kanye. Not the whole world don't listen to 5 The whole world don't listen to Baby Keem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gave those people those platforms on these excellent, like dope songs. Like they don't have to like listen. They're not some like out of this world shit, but they're trendy, popular songs. They sound good, you know, and it's still it's amazing that like he had the opportunity to do that, and like he's done it before in the past. So, like, you know, he always puts on Chicago talent because that's his hometown, like Lupe and Chief Keef. So to see him like do this for all these artists, like, I honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Baby Keem, I just discovered him this year, and I was into like I had that one song that like I think it was No Sense that I liked a lot. He put Kanye, and Kanye got put on the thing, and he rode this to the T because then he had the Kendrick joint, and then he dropped it Melodic Blue, which is also that's probably
that's
my
a really
album of the year.
that could definitely be a part of it because that's an underrated album.
Yes, Melodic Blue is such a great album, but if it honestly, yeah, I discovered Baby Keem on my own, but because the Kanye co-sign, it elevated him even more, and I dove right into Baby Keem, and he's honestly, Donda's my favorite album of the year, but Baby Keem's my favorite artist of the year. So yeah, just it's awesome. Like that, like we finally got new Kanye. You know, I'm always hyped for new Kanye. Like I said, he just knows how to make a moment, and all those releases, you know, the listening parties were just like they just. That the releases made the album, and the album just nailed it, and you know, like it's just everything. It was just awesome to see that all unfold, and no album except maybe Certified Lover Boy had like those like that anticipation of like those hype moments or whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Certified Lover Boy and Adele's 30 are probably like the ones that got like the most. Because J. Cole dropped and he kind of just dropped, and then like he kind of waved the water. Even though I do enjoy the album, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm still catching up on. You know, like people love that. I forgot his name, Isaiah Rashad album. The people love that album, and I'm just starting to like actually sit down and listen to this whole thing front to back. You know, so that's why I think. Well, that's why Donda is my album of the year because it nailed. It nailed everything, all the check marks for when it comes to music, which is like, you know, the branding, the execution, everything, you know, like. It
was a great rollout. And then to top it off, I think you really topped it off with the benefit concert, because you know a part of his rollout was his beef with Drake.
Yeah, that was definitely fake, bro. Let's be honest, bro. He literally just set that up just to say it because he knew Drake was booming, because that man was supposed to drop in February.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden, Donda's dropping. He's like, "Oh, Drake was trying to ride the Donda wave." And
I think it was all the plan.
The real winner was Baby Keem, because Baby Keem dropped in between those albums. He's like, "Yo, I got a track with Kendrick, I got a track with Kanye, bro. I'm gonna ride this to the wave." You know, like saying like.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was awesome. Like honestly, like, and not to mention it was a kind of like a great year for music. And
great year for music.
It low-key reminded me of 2016 when everyone was just dropping straight bangers for like 1 year straight. Everyone was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drop an album," and it was just fire for like a year and a half. Like it didn't matter what genre you were doing, you were dropping heat. I don't know what happened to those. Like what happened that year, I don't know. Everyone took like some musical steroids, or like they were just like symphonically attuned. But
I think everybody was just trying to revitalize the music industry. They said, it's been a couple years, so let's all put in on, you know, let's all put in some music.
But they succeeded.
Oh no, they exceeded. they definitely met my expectations and more. It was just like a gift. All this music to come out this year, it was definitely something to remember. Definitely something. Oh man, it was good. It was great.
Yeah. Shout out to my dad, Kanye West. You know.
Oh shit, that's funny. But yeah. I mean, last thing I'll say about that, before we move on, Kanye was, like I said, album of the year, but I felt like he was the artist of the year for me too, just because of everything he did this year, all the he came back strong. He came out with a lot of music. He stayed true to himself. And then on top of that, again, he ended up with that benefit concert with Drake, which was something like, again, and if Kanye's not my favorite artist, or if I'm not listening to Kanye, then Drake's gonna be the next one up. So it was a joyous occasion for me to hear all that music, put them in playlists together, and then get to see them perform. It was amazing for me. I was definitely happy with the whole thing. Thank you 2021 for great music.
So artist of the year, definitely Lil Nas X and Chloe Bailey.
Ooh.
Chloe's been killing it with performances. Like, she's really, hopefully she's gonna continue to hone her stuff. I just don't want Halle to be last. I don't want them to really just build each other up and continue Chloe and Halle, the group, and continue solo careers. And of course, Lil Nas X, everything that he's done this year has been immaculate and game changing. So thank you 2021 for great music.
Yeah.
So let's get into this next topic. Well, they kind of tie into each other. So what has 2021 taught you, and what experiences did you get out of it?
I'm gonna save mine because I got a lot. I got a lot of experiences.
So let me go first.
Yeah.
2020 has taught me a lot about self-love and being focused. Because just, the whole year I was just, trying to grind, we're still pandemic mode, unfortunately. And it just showed me like, just hustle harder, keep hustling. And if you just, keep at it, like, you're gonna get diamonds, bro. You're gonna get diamonds when you apply enough pressure. And, I was just telling Akeem before, we had the technical difficulties, that I myself feel like a pressure cooker, and I'm finally gonna see the fruits of my labor because I've just been busting my ass so much, and I'm just trying to bring not only us, I'm trying to bring the whole Bronx with me, and just or whatever. I had recently just had a shout out to Anna Ikina. She is a children's writer. She has her second book just dropped. And I had a great conversation about her, and she literally just even motivated even more and made me more hungry, because she's out here, doing it for the kids and keeping the culture intact and all that stuff. So, and it's beautiful, and I'm so glad I got to meet people like her. And shout out to DJ Wawa, who brought me into his fold to bring create this platform called Tag Up, and give these platforms to these artists who don't have the platform, who want to make it, but they don't have the means to, and we supply it and we create stuff for them, it's just, keeping focus and self-love, man. I can't say it any better, and it's like the thing I have on my wall. I have a canvas printed out from a Kanye tweet, ironically, and it says we don't try, we do. And I've been doing, and like I said, it's going good, and I'm so glad I have a good head on my shoulders, and even all the negatives I'm thankful for, because all I did was learn from them. So that's my spiel for 2021.
That's what's up.
That's amazing. That's good. Go ahead, Carlton.
All right. Well, I learned a lot. I've been learning a lot. I wrote a list, right? But I'm gonna just skim through it because everything will have a fucking explanation and a story behind it. But this is one thing I always knew, but I'm keeping to it. Is to remain positive and keep faith. Understanding the difference between being negative versus saying no to something that is not good for you. To trust yourself, believe in yourself. That goes back to self-love. You don't have to always share too much information. Not everybody can you can't expect everybody to like, you know, hold your secret. Not even hold your secrets, but just hold your privacy. And sometimes you give too much information or have people thinking differently of you instead of just understanding who you are. Focus on love, because love is power. And that goes back to the law of attraction. That goes back to manifestation. When you do something you love, when you put your love into something, it will only conspire to give you more power towards what you're doing. Be intentional. Remain in the present. Finding new ways. I've been finding new ways to be healthy and active. You know, I've been coming to terms with my back, and it's not the same. I don't know how. I'm not giving up faith that it won't be, but I also have to know different ways for me to be active. I can't play ball as much as I used to. I can't run around as much as I used to. But just finding different ways to be active and stay healthy. I've been adjusting to that. Also finding new motivations, because again, one of my motivations was basketball, and I'll get back to it, but I gotta find other things to help me. Don't be afraid to take risks. Yeah, and I think that's mostly it. Yeah. That's what I got.
Keem, what about you?
Well, both of y'all was amazing. But to piggyback off of y'all, I would definitely have to, I guess, start off with the self-love and self-awareness of what you really want. Like Carlton said, be intentional and living in your presence. So this year I've definitely began more to love myself, began more to be more intentional of what I wanted and what I did not want. In terms of people, things, whatever that looked like. Really walking into my power, into my essence. Really just taking me to the next level. Especially emotionally, physically. Like, I would say like April or what have you, I had like a little health scare that I had to take care of. And then throughout that health scare, I lost about 50, 60 pounds.
Wow.
So that's definitely amazing. So trying to, I guess,
I'm jealous.
Wait, I wish I could get sick and lose that much weight. Shit. Let me stop. That's a joke.
But within that time, and you're good. But within that time, still trying to get my mouth together. So that definitely, me wearing braces now, definitely helped with that. So I guess looking at things positively, like that was another thing. Like what you put into your body is what you get out, especially like words. Words is important and so imperative to waking up, to reading posts of the day, to putting positive things into you, because if you're having a fucked up day, it's going to be fucked up. But if you make light of it, if you figure to have a fantastic day, whatever comes your way, you're going to overcome it. It's going to be a lesson. It's not going to be just a blah kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's always this different mantras, different things, whatever keeps you in the right headspace, go for it. I learned that. And experiences, definitely living my best life for my birthday. Just more about taking me out. And I did my first photo shoot, which was amazing.
Damn, didn't even hire the photographer.
I went to...
No, it's all good.
No, that would be nice. Trust me, because I want to do more. But I did, it was some New York photo company or whatever. And they told me that they seemed to have a distinct look, even though I used to think I was ugly, but I guess distinct look means I'm just distinct looking, whatever that means. Mm-hmm. But they said that they could see me as being a model, which is an amazing thing. So I guess going into 2022, I want to kind of look into more photo shoots, more stuff like that to see if that's something I would really want to do.
Well, Kim, you have me, and you have a space to do it if you ever want one.
Oh, absolutely. 2022, like, I definitely want more photo shoots. Like, I haven't felt more alive doing that. It was so weird, the whole makeup thing, the different poses, but I found just inner peace, just love. Like, I personally did that for me so I can be more out there, so I can be more outspoken, just put myself out there more, kind of thing. And I loved how it made me feel. So that's something I don't see myself running away from. So as many photo shoots as I need to take next year, I'm here for it.
I hear that. That's
so,
what's up, man.
Let's get into Miss Rona.
No, wait, before we get into that Rona that's taking over the world again, right? I want to emphasize on some of the stuff, right, from 2021 and the new experience. So I think we talked about what we learned, but I don't think we talked about the experiences like that, you know. Well, Myron kind of did with his stuff, but I want to talk about the podcasting. You know, we this is something that we started this year. We kind of like in 2020 we had it planned out, but it wasn't until this year that we really that we stepped into it and actually like we did it. And honestly, I think this is the first time closely. Obviously, like me and Myron, me and Sprad, and me and you, Akeem, we all worked together, right? But like, it wasn't anything of our own. It was something that was a part of another company. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing as like relying and trusting on each other to work together and like coming up with a vision together. It's and it's a lot harder than it looks. Shit, I'll tell you that much. Can you agree with me, Myron?
1,000,000%.
That was a little bit sarcasm, but yo, and it's one of the. He said 1,000,000%. No, but yo, it was honestly, it's been like it's been a big learning curve, and just being able to be patient, also like understanding everybody and understanding what you want as well, you know. Shit is fun at the same time, frustrating, but it's been a second.
That's what every creative process, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Even though I have the space, the studio space, it's still hard for me to bring in clients. It's still hard to, build up the repertoire, for the space, so like, trust me, I understand the frustrations. It's literally like ingrained in my DNA at this point, even with my phone photography.
Yeah, anything you do is gonna come with those tough bumps in the road. Is how you handle it, Yeah, you gotta be able to handle it, and you gotta be able to, again, like, it goes back to knowing to keep faith. I just wanted to get into the specifics because I just put it in a whole bunch of like quotes or just meanings, but there's no real experiences behind it. The other stuff that happened, like, it was a tough road for me this year. And something I shared with Myron earlier in the year was like, just like all the stuff that was happening in the house, and then even to the point where I got fucking robbed and shit like that. It was just like it was like probably one of the like worst spots I've been in, especially. And what's crazy? Just about some of the learnings that I learned too, because I read books. I've been reading some of these books, the Will Smith book. And he talking about how he hit a rock bottom, and it was like after he started rapping and he first got his deal, and then it went to waste, and then he got to the point where he maxed out his credit cards, and he got arrested. He didn't even have enough to like get away or get out of it or whatever, and he just felt like he hit rock bottom. I wouldn't say I hit rock bottom, but I'm gonna tell you, it was like one, like when you reflect and you be like, yo, I was really like that, like, haven't been active, haven't been working. The most I was able to do is this, and try walking. Then I'm like, yo, I did not know where my next check was coming from, because I'm like going to court with fucking workers' comp doctors and all this other shit. and just you like have to remain that faith through everything, you know, and for everything to work out. And then it was just like where it hit the peak where a lot of people probably like, you know, go crazy. That's where it's like all the blessings start coming in for me, and the second half of the year got a lot better, you know. And I just remember telling everybody around, like, you know, like obviously you're gonna go through those frustrations, you know, and you gotta have people that you can vent to, you know, because you can't keep all that emotions into yourself. You either, you know, have therapists or family or friends that you can speak to and like let those things out, because you're gonna go through it regardless, right? Like you said, Mari, there's a lot of frustrations trying to get the clients, trying to do this and all the other stuff. Like you could have that in the back of your mind, but if you hold that in, you know, what does it help? You know, letting it out and just expressing that, but also knowing at the end of the day that, like, you know, understand what your goal is, understand, like you said, your focus will be and where you want to go. So it's dope to see that, see it coming out. But definitely 2022 is gonna be a lot of changes. And it goes back to me saying, you know, understand the difference being negative and saying no. Like if it doesn't serve you and it doesn't help you in any certain way, or if you feel like it's holding you back, then you can't be afraid to be yourself, and you can't be afraid to want what you want. And especially if it's in your control. There's certain things you can't control, but if you have control over your destiny, then take the damn steering wheel.
No, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Amen on that.
But yeah, so it was probably one of my craziest years, you know. And you think 2020 was tough, and 2021 just got harder. But
the most beautiful thing is, bro, is that we're all in the same boat. In the sense of like we're all going through it.
Yeah, and then I just remember too, like there's another thing that people don't understand. This one thing I had to learn. Well, I've been learning, and I'll just, you know, one thing I've been learning is wisdom. And I'm talking to a lot of like older people, like my dad, my grandmother, and everybody, you know, who think in this way. It's just people learn things at different times in their life. So what you might have, what I might have, or what Maya might have, or what Akeem might have, you might not have it right now. But there's something that someone else, that you have yourself, that the person itself has, or learned, or have done, that maybe someone's gonna learn in 5 and 10 years from now. And to not judge anybody for what they don't have or what they do have, and understand that everybody's time will come when their time is coming. You know?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's it. Sorry, I came
Reverend
to take a long
Giles,
time.
thank you. No, thank you, Reverend Giles.
Yes, sir. Listen to more Kanye albums, more Sunday service, and then I'll be a reverend.
I'm fucking dead.
That was really some powerful stuff, though.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of reflection this year.
That's what we do at the 99. Never stop.
To piggyback, like, off of what you were just saying, definitely never looking at someone's success and valuing it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's for you is going to always be for you. And a lot of people need to really realize that and get your own definition of success, because your road to success is not their road, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has a path and destiny and vision. And some visions align, some don't.
Mm-hmm. Some goals, some dreams you may have to do at a later time, or rearrange that to where it would fit in and where it would be cohesive and where it would just fit where it needs to fit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt like I was about to go for my out, but I lost it.
You can take a minute.
But definitely learning to be intentional with what you want and what you need in any relationship.
Yeah.
Because closed mouths don't get fed. And recently, probably like few months ago, I was dealing with this person, and we had like the weirdest conversation because I never had a conversation where it was based on, I guess, sex and not necessarily pleasing that person.
Mm.
So like that's the conversation that's like kind of like not spoken of, which is weird. We should be able to talk about that, but it just doesn't happen unless y'all had those type of conversations, and I'm just new to this.
Mm.
Have y'all or?
Oh, that was a question. I thought she was.
Say it one more time, Kim. Yeah, I thought it was you were just.
I thought you
preaching.
Yeah, I thought you was preaching. I thought. Yeah.
So have y'all ever had a conversation about your sex life with your partner, like, or how you're not pleasing them, or whatever that looks like?
Have I ever had a conversation with my partner about sexual needs? Is essentially the question, right?
Basically.
No. I mean, no, not in that sense. Only I say no because I don't have anyone right now, so I don't have anyone to talk to.
But I mean, like in your last relationship.
No, we never spoke about that. So definitely that wasn't okay because there were some hiccups in that department. Nothing crazy, but like you said, closed mouths don't get fed. So
you never know what someone's thinking, or yeah. I get you, Myron. I got you. But I guess I answer that because again, one of the best things about me and my girl's relationship, honestly, is how vocal we are. We don't let things like stay closed in for too long. Even if we have to argue about it, or whatever. But before we even got together, we had a conversation about sex. So I'm like, that was one of the things that turned me on. And it wasn't like, oh, we were talking about fucking each other. It was just a conversation about sex. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you like, your experiences and stuff like that. So it's like we always was able to have those conversations. So talk about wants and needs and stuff like that. We talk about frequently. We talk about like things you want to experiment with. Sometimes you thinking about bringing an extra partner in just for the fun of it. I'm like, and I had to talk to her about it. I'm like, you really want that to happen? Like, you really want me? You really want another girl in the bed with us? Like, what's she gonna be able to do to me? What I'm gonna be able to do to her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? How would you feel if this actually happens? Like, and there's little things like that where then we have open conversations about it, and even small things like, what do you like? Have you ever tried this? I don't want to get too much because my girl's private. I ain't trying to talk about all this shit. But we have open conversations about it. And honestly, open conversations, and it don't have to just be about sex life. It could just be about cleaning habits, who cooks. I remember it was a big issue. Like, okay, we always expecting the other person just to clean this or clean that, and nothing gets clean. So we put each other on a cleaning schedule. Every 2 weeks, we got chores. Like, you focus on these rooms. Someone does the dishes for the next 2 weeks. Focus on the bathroom this week, whatever. Like, and you just go from there. And like you said, closed mouths don't get fed. I think, and it's crazy. I was looking at Drink Champs a lot. Honestly, shout out to Kanye for going on Drink Champs, and shout out to Nori for having it. A lot of those artists, they talk a lot of wisdom. So like Big Sean had one, and he was saying how communication saves a nation. Whatever. And that's so true. Just like being able to vocalize how you feel and what you want goes a long way. In any relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a business partnership, it could be the actual relationship. Just communication is key. It's always gonna be key. And again, that goes back to being intentional and remaining in the present. You gotta just be yourself and be honest. And then again, that goes back to knowing what comes to you. You gotta have self-love. So fuck it. You know, you be you. If they love you, if they like you or not, then they like you or not. If they can't agree, then it's disagreement. Then then you understand. But you should never feel the need to hide yourself or not speak up for yourself.
Very well said.
Thank you. Thank you. But, no, you want.
That was awesome.
I appreciate that. I might be one of those old wise guys that just like has mad fucking wisdom. I take a lot of experiences, whether it's successes, failures. I just reflect a lot. I think that's that's like one of those things that I would say like what they call like one of those flaws, like character flaws, like a strength and weakness. My overthinking, I analyze, but I also like might overanalyze sometimes. But yeah, I take everything and look at it.
But overanalyzing isn't bad. But with that conversation, before we get into the next topic.
Okay.
But with that conversation with that dude, it did really. At first, I was shocked. And I was confused, like, huh? What are you talking about? But then it made me, I guess, realize that, these type of conversations are something that I need to start having with people, because a lot of people have been, not detected or not told what it really was, kind of thing. But let's get into this next topic.
Now we're gonna talk about that Rona.
Rona, and she brought her brother Delta and her cousin Omicron.
Omarion?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm confused why we're still in the pandemic almost 3 years later.
I'm not confused. People are stupid. I'm not telling anyone to do anything, or I'm not saying that you're entitled to what you do, but science is science, bro, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Science is science. You want to elaborate a little bit?
I mean, what do they always say in all these rap lyrics and in school, whatever? Numbers never lie, right? 2 + 2 is always equal 4, right? So, if my doctor is telling me to do this and the other, I'm going to oblige, because in the root of it all, science is based in numbers. So, again, I'm not telling anyone to do anything, or telling him this and that you're wrong, but science is science. And the reason why we're still in this pandemic is because people aren't doing their part. As long as you give me a valid answer to why you're doing what you're doing, by all means. But don't come over here and tell me. I just saw a post not too long ago about like, you're mandating my vaccine. You're taking away my human rights. Cool. So you definitely belong in a cage getting fed scraps, because that's what you made it seem like. You're bugging. Let alone that person was not young in age, so she clearly doesn't understand how the word works. So,
first of all, I hate those little statement quotes on social media. People like take those quotes and make it a way of life. Like,
exactly, bro. So
it's like there's so much to it. If you're gonna take one quote and say, "See, this is why I'm not doing it," it's like, nigga, you not.
You're not understanding it, and that's why I'm so big. That's why I'm so big on perspective, because, bro, I'm gonna put myself in anyone's shoes to understand. I want to understand you before I go and argue. You know, it's all about perception and perspective. And I don't know, I just lost my train of thought. And there you go. I rather respond than react. So as soon as someone hears mandate, they're already like, no, we're gonna do this and that. Bro, like, hear it out. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say the N-word. People are dying. No, because bro, when you drop the N-word, you're passionate about it. You say it's real shit. But people are dealing with this shit. This shit is not a joke, and you're not the only person. Stop taking this so goddamn personal.
Yeah.
You don't want to take the vaccination? Wear your mask. Don't fucking argue. do what you're supposed to do. And like I said, like those who don't want to take the vaccination, I thank you so much for wearing your mask, right? Because like at least you're doing something, you know. Like we all want to get out of this. The whole world wants to get out of this. So that's what I'm gonna say on that. I just don't want to hear stupid people complain and give me stupid reasons on why they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Because at this point, it's not just about you; it's about your fellow man.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot to it, man. There's so much to the vaccine. So, like, one thing I'll say is the whole mandates thing is. It's not like this is the first vaccination that's been mandated. It's not the first thing that we get putting out.
We get vaccinated at birth.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stuff. You know, if you go to certain places in the world, you gotta have a vaccine. Like I remember going to Mali, West Africa. I had to get a malaria shot, and it's just like, you know, there's certain places, their environments, there's certain airborne, you know, diseases, there's certain things that animals that carry that you have to, you know, protect yourself from.
Be ready.
But
you want to go party in South Africa? You better be ready to take like 10 shots, bro. Like for real.
No, for real, and it's serious. It's not like mosquitoes might carry a deadly disease. Like you don't want to break out in a seizure because you have malaria or some shit like that.
Right, and so it's a human rights at that point. Oh, you taking away my right to go to Africa because I have to take this malaria shot? No, bro. We're not trying to get malaria in America. Like, bro, like what the hell?
But and you also it's to protect yourself if you're gonna be in that area. Like you can't catch it. And like when I was in Africa, I saw a kid, and he was part of the village. I went first of all. This is back in high school. I was helped build the school for a high school program. And we was in this undeveloped country, Mali, an undeveloped area. And one of the kids, he was playing soccer with it, and in the middle of us playing soccer, he caught a seizure. Like we was running down the field, and this dude was laying on the ground having a seizure. That had to be rushed to like the hospital or to one of those nurses or the housewife, or not housewife. There's like a midwife is it called, and like. This kid had malaria. They're not protected like that. We were protected like that because of our advanced technology, but these certain people can't afford it. But that's just one thing about mandates and vaccinations. It's just airborne illnesses. But I would say, the only thing I would say is this, because I had a lot of like questions. I had my questions about the vaccination and the vaccine itself, because again, it was new. It's something that they were testing and developing. And we've seen it, like they were giving it out before it was even approved, like FDA approved and everything else. But a lot of people don't like realize, like, you know, and I saw this on the train. They promoting this, not promoting this, but they're giving you awareness themselves. It's like you could get a heart disease, like there's something called myocarditis or something like that. That gives you inflammation in your heart, and that is a direct result that comes from the vaccine. So it's like you have to be aware and you have to make the decision that's based off you, but you just can't be reckless at the same time. And especially that goes for people who, I'm asymptomatic, it doesn't affect me, blah blah. I never saw anyone get sick. It's just like, I saw someone get sick. I saw a bunch of people get sick. I got sick. I know it's a real thing. I survived, but I didn't want that feeling anymore. And because you're reckless and you're going around thinking that it's not affecting anybody else and this is just some government bullshit, like, you're wrong. And that's where it comes in. You got to have a balance of having the knowledge but also making a conscious decision when it comes to that. Now, why it doesn't go away is because, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that deers in the area, in a specific area, even like 90% of them carry COVID now. Like, it's something that's going to be in the area, is going to be in the system. Another reason why is because there's certain places, like certain countries, that actually took the time to, like, put those strict laws. Something that we talk about human rights, like there's countries that like completely stop traveling. Like, you ain't going nowhere. You stay and they have harsher rules or harsher laws that allow them to go back and get back to society, where we say, we half-ass the fucking laws and mandates, and then we push people back into society before it's eradicated, and then call herd immunity. Herd immunity is come from everyone being vaccinated, but not understanding that vaccinated and unvaccinated, you can still contract the virus and spread it. So it's still spreading because everyone's still outside, and we never really gave it a chance to truly be inside and let it go away. And that's why. And now all we're trying to do is learning how to live with it, but it keeps on mutating. And that's the issue at this point. I know I just said a lot. I just said a lot.
Nah, Carlton's right, bro. Like, keep yourself informed, but also remember you have to do what you're. Take care of yourself, bro. At the end of the day, I'm not even asking for myself. Take care of yourself, bro.
Nah, but like you said, like if you're not gonna take it, still be smart about it. Don't just be reckless and like do what you gotta do to protect yourself, but others that surround you, because it's not just about you. It's not about what you just feeling. So regardless, you gotta just make the right decisions and be conscious of other people.
People are just taking this personally, and there's so much misinformation just being spread around that it just gets, the real stuff, the truth gets lost, and it's like messed up. But that's with everything, especially now with social media. So like, it's not the vaccine's fault. It's not the CDC's fault. It's just shit happens,
Yeah. And then think about like other disease. Like you think about the Black Plague, like how many people it took out versus like COVID, or like how long it was in the air, or it was an issue in the world. Like we gotta expect this, and we just gotta keep moving forward, like and just do what we gotta do. And like even the scientists are trying to figure it all out, and we just stay with them. Like we. And just gotta hope for the best, and again, just stay healthy, We gotta make sure our immune system stays strong, because regardless of what happens, you need to have a strong immune system that could to fight that shit. Because again, it's mutating. Now we got 2 shots, but now we gotta have a booster, or we're not considered immune. It's just like it's a lot to it. It's a lot of uncertainty. That goes back to having faith, though.
Yep. So I definitely feel like, vaccinated or not, especially now that we're really understanding with Omicron, that although you're vaccinated, you can still get it and you can still be out of here, kind of thing. Because at first, like with Delta and with Corona, once you got vaccinated, you just felt like you was kind of invincible, at least for the most part.
Yeah.
Like I know people like, okay, I'm fine, like I don't have to wear a mask, like I'm good. But now with all of these actual numbers that's happening, like I don't think we had the actual numbers until now. With all of these actual numbers and all of these people around us getting sick, and we know like, oh wow, they're vaccinated, and we see how contagious it is.
Yeah.
Definitely go back to the 6 feet, go back to the basic stuff when it first came out. Go back to purposely wearing a mask, whether you're vaccinated or not, because then you don't know what you have. And a lot of the time now, it's like a cold. It's like a cold and flu, especially because we're in cold and flu season. You're going to just say, oh, you have a runny nose. Oh, you're just sick. Oh, you just cough a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. And it's very well and around. And it's going everywhere now. But I don't feel like you can mandate people to get a vaccine. I don't think that people should lose their jobs because they're not vaccinated. I get the bigger picture. I get where they're trying to go, but human rights is human rights, and you can't force me to do something I'm not comfortable with doing, especially if this has only been around for 2 years and you haven't really done any tests around this vaccine. Yeah, like some people are getting sick once they get the vaccine, just like the flu shot. That's why a lot of people don't get the flu shot, because you're gonna get a little part of whatever you're trying to fight. Mm-hmm. And of course, everyone has a different reaction to it. But I feel like when this is over and done, how are you going to hire these people back? Like, how is society supposed to live? Because a lot of people are not going to get the vaccine, especially after seeing that their friends and their family are getting sick. What's the vaccine?
Yeah.
They're not going to get it. So then, us as working people, we're going to be overworked, and then how does that look? How is that going to work? Because now you're gonna not have that many employees, but then you're still gonna have people going and moving and shaking that are vaccinated.
Yeah.
So it's still gonna hurt everyone in the long run. And then when this is hopefully goes away, whenever that happens, then how do all these people get a job back? Because of course the economy is going to have a downfall. It's going to affect everything. That's how I see it.
It definitely is. Yeah. I think one thing we just have to start accepting that this is something that's not gonna go away anytime soon, and it's a lot. Honestly, it's one of those things like you probably get overwhelmed thinking about it too much, but it's like, again, it's a new way of life, and that's probably what they were trying to teach us before. It's like, this shit ain't going away. Let's keep it moving. But one thing I don't like is like it feel like everybody's a test subject in the world right now. Like they just telling us, pushing us back into society and just saying how it goes. And if you get sick, you get sick. I mean, they need it to happen in order to get the data, in order for it to have an improvement. It's just like all we can do is just remain faith, stay up.
The world's been a giant petri dish for the past 2 years. I'm not about it, but that's just sounding, bro. I'm not trying to be. I don't want to sound empathetic, but like, that's empathetic means you have to understand it. I don't want to sound non-empathetic, right? Yeah, I don't like. I'm saying like, I don't want to make it like not feel bad for people. It's just like that's what it is, you know. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, the world don't give a fuck about you. You're just one person.
Mm-hmm.
That's what so the world's trying to heal at once.
That's true.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. Go ahead, Keith. Sorry.
And let's look at the Tuskegee trial. Like we've always been test dummies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we definitely have to come together to really find the best solution for us and figure out how to stop it and keep it at bay.
What's gonna happen is no, my fault. Go ahead.
Oh, keep it at bay and really figure out how we can really stop this whole thing, and then become better people. Like, yeah, it's a mental drain, and we have to find the borderline of not going insane. Because right now, there's a lot of insane people here because of this and what it's caused so far within these 2 years. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people lost a lot of people, unfortunately, to this. And really checking on people and their sanity. And homelessness is definitely at a raging high right now. Especially in New York. If you're really out and about, you'll see it. And it's bad. Like, probably last week, I seen for the first time someone shoot up in public.
Yikes. Oh, shit. That was wild.
I'm not paid for that. I live in Hunts Point, man. I live in Hunts Point.
You said that's on the regular. Oh, shit.
I was mortified. I just couldn't grasp it. Something that you can never unsee.
I don't think I ever saw someone shoot up, but I saw how they looked after they shot up. I remember when I was working at Comedy Central, and we was like highlighting this like homeless shelter and stuff like that, and when we were just chilling around, there's so many people outside, and there's so many people outside, and you can just smell this rancid smoke smell, and these dudes, I mean, bent over, leaned over, looking like they drooling, like fucking hacking up, gagging. I'm just like, yo, this shit looks so nasty, just so like yuck. And then just like pray for people, because you know at that point it's an addiction to them. So it's just wow. It's not a pleasant scene. Not a pleasant scene. But yeah, we're gonna end up fucking. You better start getting some stakes in this metaverse, man. Cause shit, we might as well live in the metaverse. We gonna all be inside, locked down for the rest of our life. The air just deadly, and we have to be in our house.
I'm not touching this one. Wait, hold on. Quick time check. How long have you guys been recording for?
Shit, we like an hour. We're almost on 2 hours.
Because I gotta start getting ready for my shoot.
Understood.
in like 20 minutes.
How much more we got left for the? Because we almost near the end,
Okay,
right?
we just have to do that last part.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we kind of like ended this. We kind of like going on a little thing about COVID now. We talk about metaverse. I guess I don't have to talk about the metaverse, but that's where we all gonna be living. But yeah,
Fucking weird ass metaverse. I'm not ready for this transition.
it's coming. But yeah, man. What we got next, Saki?
So I want to go over. I was gonna read all the names, which I may still, but everyone that we lost in the trans and binary community for this last year. So, Tayana Alexander, Samuel Imad Damon, Bianca Muffin Banks, Dominique Jackson, 50 Bands, Alex Braxton, China Carlito, Jeffrey J.J. Bright, Jasmine Candy, Jenna Franks, Diamond Kyrie Sanders, Raina Title, Jada Peterson, Dominique Lucius, Remy Fennel, Tiara Banks, Natalia Smart, Iris Santos, Tiffany Thomas, Harry Washington, Jahira Delato, Whispering Wind, Bean Spirit, Sophia Velasquez, Danica Danny Nelson, Serenity Hollis, Olivia Ali Taylor, Thomas Harden, O'Black, EJ Boykin, Alden Evans, Toya Ashton, Saya Vanderpump, Sierra Marie Lewis, Miss Coco, Who Johnson, Nija Monet, Bianca Hamilton, Kiera LaPerry Carter, Magruz, Royal Poetical, Joella Martinez, Joe Acker, Jesse Hart, Ricky Amanado, Marquisha Lawrence, Jenny Delion, Angel Norea, Danya Thompson, Chris Beer, and Nakia David.
Wow.
Rest in peace to all of the people who were just trying to be themselves, who were misunderstood. All I'm hoping for 2022 and beyond is true understanding, true love, true life, not hatred. If you don't understand them, ask. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. But that does not mean that because we offend you, you should kill us.
Hello?
Yeah.
I think we was having a little moment of silence right there.
No, yeah, that's what I'm making sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm emotional, so.
Sorry, man. It's definitely time for some more understanding. And not to even compare because it's two different struggles, but just want to also acknowledge all the rappers and people in the hip hop community that passed away this year, such as DMX, Young Dolph, Biz Markie, Slim 400.
How was this year? Oh my god.
There's been so many deaths, bro. There's been so many people who died, and there's a lot of younger artists or not as popular artists that passed away.
Yeah, I know that.
And it's just crazy. It's just like Drakeo the Ruler. He was at a concert, and he got stabbed backstage after he performed. Like people,
I heard about that.
Slim 400 shot and killed, Young Dolph shot and killed while picking up cookies for his mother. Like it's just too many. I mean, DMX, it was like a heart attack. I also think something like that for Biz Markie as well. But there's just so many people who died, and I think a lot of the deaths could have been prevented. It's like Akeem said, if it come through understanding, come through love and just peace, man. There's no need for everybody to kill each other, and this is not the time for all that. This is a time where everybody need to come together and unite for many reasons. We have a fight against COVID. There's a lot of stuff going on when it comes to politics, and just people just need to understand we all humans. Just have a better understanding of each other. Understand everyone has feelings and thoughts in their own mind, and you never know what someone's trying to do for their community as well. But yeah, you good, Akeem?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have anything else?
What is one thing or one phrase or one statement that you're taking with you to 2022?
Mine is manifesting applied pressure, and I'm stealing this because I did a collaboration with the guys I work with. Shout out to Mars and Josue, Bronx Native, big writers. They had a collaboration with the Bronx Brewery where they collabed with to release a beer. The beer this year was about what the quote, something you want to apply pressure and manifest into 2022. So the whole label has a whole bunch of manifestation from people who submitted what they want to bring to fruition next year. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna apply manifest and apply pressure to everything I'm gonna do this whole year.
It's gonna sound crazy, but for me, I think it's going to say I think I'm gonna say be more selfish. I think about others too much, and not saying I'm a people pleaser, but I think I hold back myself and what I could accomplish, to try to do things for others, and just in many ways, and just like family, friends, everything, and just put me first, and if everybody else follow, then they follow, but I gotta do what's best for me right now. There's a lot, so that's what I would say.
Those are amazing things, mantras. For me, would be unapologetic, or continue to be unapologetic, and never settle.
I like that. Sound like 2022 about to make some moves for all of us. What you think? Sound like niggas ain't playing no more. Shit.
Nah.
I'm trying to get this fucking bag.
It's about that time.
Still gonna wait for everybody to fucking make this money.
Exactly.
So let's walk into our purpose of this new year. Let's learn and take whatever we learned from 2021 and expound on that, improve on that, build our brands, build our podcast, build any other endeavors that we want, change careers, and just live life and be happy. Truly happy.
Agree.
Yes, sir.
So thank y'all for coming on my podcast again. This has been an amazing talk as always.
Yeah, it's been good. I like this one. It's a great way to end the year.
Sorry for my tardiness.
It's not a problem. You was getting to you. I was getting to you. You was getting to your bag, so I didn't want to interrupt.
No one's trying to stop that.
So y'all have so much potential to be a big podcast with big ideas, with big conversations. So let this year mold that and hone into that.
Agreed.
You too, brother, man. You got something here. You got a gem here, bro. And again, you have a lot of representation. And you hit topics that we all need to talk about more. So thank you for having us, and always thank you for enlightening me. I always appreciate it.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
we out.
Peace.
Peace.